To a full ward of...
Stephen's day started at 7:30.
All the beds were full, yeah, combination.
Patients admitted through A&E last night mean his ward is already full, 28 people to assess.
Doctors, yeah. So we're just going to go and see this lady, Kathleen, here.
Kathleen broke her wrist 4 days ago. Today she'll be discharged to a rehabilitation unit.
How are things?
Feeling better. The doctors are in at night to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, seeing to things. That amazed me.
The nurses are feeling the pressure today, though. 4 other patients admitted are elderly and confused and require one-to-one nursing care. But there are only 3 qualified nurses on shift.
As well as looking after all the other patients, administering medications, facilitating discharges, we're also having to keep a close eye. So in their 12-hour shift, they don't stop.
By mid-morning, Stephen supervises a special unit that diverts 25 patients a day away from A&E. Even so, over Christmas, this hospital's A&E performance did slip below the national target for the first time.
I think it's unfair to use the A&E target as the one measure of how good a hospital is or not.
How does it make the staff feel when it feels as if that's what they're on the cosh about?
Certainly there's some staff who may feel pressured to discharge patients before they would have done normally because they need to meet the 95% targets. But as clinicians, patient safety and the right of our patients always at the forefront.
Dealing with angry patients can also be tough on the staff.
We have had a few who've been quite annoyed with the wait, which is understandable. I think it's part and parcel of the job sometimes.
Highfield are up 10 and CC are up 3.
1 p.m. and the second bed management meeting of the day.
Right, so at the moment are we looking at surgical male beds? Is that what's causing us problems at the moment?
The hospital has 3 empty beds. They predict 54 more patients could arrive before midnight.
We have got ward rounds ongoing this afternoon and the beds do tend to come up on a Friday evening, so I've got my fingers crossed.
Few big breaths in and out.
In the afternoon, Stephen moves to A&E and the pace quickens.
You are very wheezy there, actually.
You have to make quite a snap decision, really, do you?
Absolutely, yeah. You have to make decisions there and then, really.
Is it in the back of your mind, we haven't got enough beds to put them in if I want to admit him?
It's in the back of my mind that people that have clinical need a bed.
How tired are you?
You keep going. You have to make sure that you're balancing the number of hours you're doing with how safe you are as a clinician. You always have to make sure that you're being safe and not seeing too many patients.
But there's always another patient to see. So for Stephen, it's back to work. Catherine Jones, 5 News, Wigan.